Morning, everyone. Hope everybody's well out there. Just let me know, please, if you can hear me well. Morning, good morning. Let me know in the live chat box if you can hear me. Morning, Adrian. Good morning, Warren. Thanks, Adrian. Morning, Marco. Cool. Morning, Lotta. Morning, Tanya. So I hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna wait a couple, maybe another minute for more people to join. Ciao, Alberto. Hi, Ruti. Morning, Pat. Okay, so I hope you're all doing well under the circumstances, that you've been practicing, that it's helping. So it's 9:01. I'll wait for the 1 to turn to 2, and I'm going to start. Okay, so let me start. So good morning, everyone, again. I'm glad to see the same people coming on, returning, because it shows that you're consistent, you're persistent, and you probably are gaining some benefit from the practice. Just want to remind you, what is this practice all about? And unlike other meditation practices, when you practice Anapana Sati, it's about changing the habit patterns of your mind, purifying your mind from deep mental impurities. And what happens is, when you are able to purify your deep mental impurities, you starting seeing the reality for what it is, and you start seeing the reality as it is and not as you thought it is. And when you start seeing the reality as it is, your whole perspective of what happens around you, what happens within you, changes. And you start taking responsibility for your decisions, for your life. You stop blaming others for the consequences in your life. And as we work with our breath, which is universal, everybody has breath. All human beings have breath, whether you are from this religion or you are another religion, this country or another country, this race or the other race. Everybody gets breath, and we can all utilize our breath to start understanding what happens inside of us. And when we start understanding what happens inside of us, we also start understanding the law outside, the law of the universe. And we start seeing that when we go against the law, we basically suffer the consequences immediately. We suffer it within us and also in our result in general. But when we live with the law, then we immediately have the benefits, and the benefits are starting with peace and harmony within us. We cannot live and have a peaceful life when there are mental impurities within us, because our mind just takes us to places that are not so peaceful, and our actions are not so peaceful, and we affect not only ourselves, but we affect the whole environment around us. So when you become aware of your thoughts, you see that there's kind of like basically two types of thoughts. Either your mind is in the future or it's in the past. Always future, always in the past. Never, very rarely, it's in the moment. And when you look at these thoughts even deeper, you see that there's either liking or disliking within your thoughts. And the reaction, these thoughts, they are already a reaction. Then when we react to the thoughts and we react to the discomfort that we have, and we set a pattern of behavior that is just becoming the same pattern of behavior and becoming deeper and deeper and deeper. So what we do, we observe what we do in Anapanasati. We observe our breath right here below our nostrils, and we become aware of the pattern of our breath, the continuous change. Life is always changing, changing, changing. If life is changing, if we are changing, if everything is changing, there's no need to get attached to anything, any thought, any particular experience. So we start seeing this within our framework, within ourselves, and we start understanding from our experience, and not just intellectually. We start understanding the idea of change, always change, and we develop a perspective which is objective, and we start changing our habit patterns of always reacting subjectively to what happens within us and what happens around us. What happens around us always reflects about how we look at it, and it's really our perception that is affecting us all the time. So sit in a comfortable position and get your back straight, shoulders relax, face relax, neck straight, and bring the focus of your attention to the area right beneath your nostrils. And close your eyes and observe your breath as it is, as it's coming in and as it's going out, as it's coming in and as it's going out. And observe it objectively, without any preference, without wanting a different experience. Just accept the moment as it is. And be aware of the constant change in the pattern of your breath, which reflects what happens within your mind. So there's a direct link between what happens within our mind mind and matter, what happens in our breath. So be aware of the constant change, be objective, and be aware of the pattern. So you can see whether your breath is deep or shallow, fast or slow, whether it's going in from your right nostril or the left nostril. And just observe it as objective as possible. And try not to let any breath go in and out of your nostril from this area that you're observing. And try not to miss any breath that goes in and out. And whenever you feel that your mind is drifting, just bring your mind, your focus back to your breath, and do it without any negativity, without any frustration, even if it happens all the time, which it probably does. So every time you realize that your mind is drifting, just bring it back to your breath. That's all you have to do. Just be there. Don't verbalize, don't visualize, don't use your imagination. Just observe your breath as it is, as it is. And if you start getting drowsy, straighten up, take a couple of deeper breath, intentional breath, and then go back to observing your breath naturally as it is. Every time that you feel your mind is drifting, just bring it back to your breath. So we've meditated for about 20 minutes. If you want to continue meditating, please do. You may, you should. You should meditate twice a day, morning and evening. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, that's good. If you can put more time in, it's even better. Half an hour is even better. An hour is excellent. If you, when you go to sleep, fall asleep, observing your breath. When you wake up first thing in the morning, try to remember to observe your breath. It will help you maintain continuous awareness of your breath and take the insight that you have from when you sit and meditate to your life. Unless you use your insight from the meditation into your life, it has no value. It has to make your life better. So stay aware, stay positive. If you have any questions, I'll be here for a couple more minutes. You can post them in the chat box. Questions about the technique. Also, I'm going to be here tomorrow at the same time, every day during lockdown at the same time. Share it with your friends, the ones you think they can use this type of a practice. Thanks, Winston. Thanks, Warren. Pass it on. It's never too late to start practicing awareness, the right type of an awareness. Thanks, Lotta. Remember, don't use your breath as an escape from reality. Use it to observe reality as it is. So when you observe your breath, it's not about escaping the moment. It's about being aware of the moment and being aware objectively. You can also always send me a message on Facebook, my name. So I'm available. Alberto, grazie. A pronto. A presto. Cool, guys. I see there's no questions. Have a beautiful day with awareness. Don't develop new mental impurities. Be calm, be focused. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, same time, wherever you are. Sending love and light.